What I'm about to share will unveil what heaven has just revealed about your future spouse. If this message quickens your spirit, type, "I receive this revelation" below. Your faith activates the manifestation. Don't keep this miracle to yourself. Tap like, share with someone who needs this hope, and subscribe for urgent heavenly updates. For those moved to support this sacred revelation, super thanks helps us deliver more divine messages to awakening hearts. Now quiet your mind and open your spirit as we disclose what God wants you to know right now. Beloved, heaven is speaking. Louder now. The whisper is turning into a clear voice. And if these words are reaching you in this exact moment, it is not because you were scrolling. It is because God set a divine appointment for your ears to hear and your spirit to respond. You have been asking questions in secret, whispering prayers under your breath, laying awake at night wondering, "When, Lord? How will I know? Will they ever come?" And heaven has been answering, not always with full sentences, but with signs, with gentle impressions, with that unshakable knowing in your chest that something is shifting in the realm of the Spirit. The angels say, your heart has already begun to recognize their presence before your eyes have even seen them clearly. God has been sending you pieces of them. Not their whole story, but moments that feel like puzzle fragments finding their place. You may not have realized it, but every time their name brushes against your thoughts, even if you cannot spell it, even if you have not yet heard it in the natural, your spirit leaps, because your soul knows what heaven has already decided. There have been dreams, some vivid, some faint, some that fade the moment you open your eyes, but leave behind a residue of peace that lingers all day. There have been moments in worship when your heart swelled for no reason. Tears came unexpectedly, and God whispered, not to your ears, but to your spirit, "It is closer than you think." Beloved, these are not random. They are rehearsals for recognition. The Father is tuning your heart like an instrument so that when your person steps into the room, your spirit will play a song of confirmation that only heaven could compose. For some of you, this person is already within your orbit. You have spoken before, perhaps casually, perhaps only briefly, but the seed was planted, and God has been watering it quietly away from the noise. You may have even dismissed the thought of them. Perhaps you thought it was too soon, too complicated, too unlikely. But heaven never dismissed it. Heaven has been weaving it together in a way that will leave no room for doubt. For others, your spirit has felt the magnetic pull towards someone you have never met, a name you do not yet know, a face you have not yet seen. And yet, your heart keeps preparing the guest room of your soul for their arrival. You have felt it when you wake up. You have felt it in the stillness of the night, that holy anticipation that refuses to fade, no matter how much time passes. This is not fantasy. This is prophecy in motion. God is revealing them to you in stages, because his timing is not just about finding the right person. It's about forming the right you. If he showed you their face too early, you might dismiss it in doubt. If he delayed until you were tired of waiting, you might compromise with the wrong one. So he is unveiling this love like the sunrise, little by little, light breaking in slowly until the day is fully bright and you can see clearly. Beloved, heaven says your season of wandering is over. You will not keep searching endlessly, wondering if love has passed you by. You are entering a season of divine location, where God's hand will place you exactly where you need to be, when you need to be there. The one God has for you is not a casual passerby. They are not an almost. They are not a temporary chapter. They are a covenant keeper, one whose prayers have already touched heaven's throne. Right now, yes, in this very moment, they are speaking to God about you. They are asking for a love that is rooted in the kingdom, for a partner whose life's mission aligns with theirs, for a marriage that glorifies God. And when they prayed, heaven whispered your name. The angels say, pay attention to the way peace will follow them, not the shaky peace that depends on circumstances, but the peace that feels like home, the peace that makes you exhale deeply because your spirit knows you are safe. Pay attention to how your conversations will carry life, how even silence with them will feel like communion, how their presence will quiet every other voice of fear. Some of you will see divine interruptions in the coming days. The bus you missed, the event you almost skipped, the delay you didn't want, all of them leading you to be at the right place at the exact moment they are there too. For others, it will be a name that keeps coming up, a mutual friend who keeps mentioning them without trying, a sudden connection request, a chance encounter that feels like it had to be orchestrated. Beloved, do not write this off as coincidence. The angels are moving in real time. God is setting up divine appointments that no human can cancel. You don't need to chase. You don't need to strive. You don't need to manipulate circumstances to make this happen. Your only task is to stay in position. Keep your heart tender. Keep your faith strong. Keep your spirit open. Because when the moment comes, it will be undeniable. The same God who whispered their name to your spirit will whisper your name to theirs. Type "I am ready" in the comments to claim this word. Tap like as your act of agreement that this love will arrive in God's time. Subscribe to angel messages for you so you don't miss the prophetic moment. And so a super thanks to align yourself with the blessing heaven is releasing. Beloved, heaven says you are closer than you think. And the introduction is already on God's calendar. Beloved, the angels are showing me the scene. It is not random. It is not rushed. It is carefully written in the scrolls of heaven. You will not stumble into this love by mistake. It will be a moment marked by divine precision. Every detail will feel strangely perfect. From the timing of your steps to the way your eyes meet as though they've known each other forever. The day may feel ordinary at first. You might wake up thinking it's just another sunrise. You may even feel a little distracted, focused on the tasks in front of you. But heaven will already be in motion. A delay might occur. Something small, like a traffic light holding you for an extra minute, or a conversation that keeps you from leaving on time, and you won't know it. But that delay is heaven's way of aligning your path with theirs. They too will be moved into position. Their schedule will shift, plans will change, and both of you will be guided unknowingly to the same place at the same time for the same reason. It could be in a public setting, a coffee shop, a bookstore, a church event, a friend's gathering. Somewhere where people come and go, but your spirits will lock in as if the rest of the world faded to the background. The angels say, when your eyes meet, there will be a holy recognition. Not the kind that startles you, but the kind that soothes you. The kind that says, "Yes, this is the peace I've been waiting for." You might not speak immediately, or you might. But whether words come right away or later, there will be a knowing. Your heart will feel like it's leaning forward, drawn to them without effort. They will notice something about you. Maybe your smile, maybe the way you carry yourself, maybe the way your presence shifts the atmosphere. They won't be able to explain it fully, but they will know they don't want to walk away without speaking to you. For some, the first exchange will be simple. A greeting, a comment about the moment. But even in the simplicity, the Holy Spirit will be present, weaving threads of connection between your hearts. For others, conversation will flow right away. It will feel strangely easy, as if you've picked up a discussion you started in another lifetime. Time will slip away without you noticing, because your souls will be busy recognizing each other while your words simply follow. The angels say, there will be signs in the atmosphere. A sense of divine timing, a confirmation in your spirit that this is not just chance. You may even feel that warm stirring in your chest that often comes when God's presence is near. Beloved, when you part ways that day, it will not be the end, only the beginning. Something will have shifted. You will go home feeling lighter, more certain, and deeply aware that heaven has just introduced you to someone important. They will feel the same. They will replay the encounter in their mind. They will tell God, if this is from you, make it clear, and God will. He will confirm it in their heart, just as He has been confirming it in yours. For days after, small signs will keep appearing. Little reminders of them, a random mention of their name, a message from a friend who knows them, an unplanned second meeting. These are not coincidences. These are divine breadcrumbs, leading you both to the point where love can grow without fear. Type, I believe in the comments if you receive this divine meeting. Tap like as your agreement with heaven's arrangement. And sow a super thanks as a faith seed for this introduction to manifest in God's time. Beloved, the angels are smiling, because what has been hidden is about to be revealed, and your heart is about to meet the one it was always created to recognize. Beloved, the angels say, after that first meeting, their heart will not be the same. Something inside them will awaken. A tenderness they didn't even know was sleeping will come alive. They will go home carrying your presence with them. Not just the memory of your face, but the feeling you left behind. That calm, that warmth, that unshakable peace. They will find themselves smiling without reason, pausing in the middle of their routine just to replay the sound of your voice in their mind. Even the smallest details, the way you looked at them, the way you carried yourself, will echo in their spirit like a song they can't forget. They will talk to God about you that very night. It won't be a casual prayer. It will be deep. It will be earnest. They will say, Lord, was that them? Was that the one you've been preparing me for? And heaven will not be silent. God will remind them of the prayers they prayed months ago, years ago, when they asked Him for someone with your exact qualities, your exact spirit, your exact faith. The angels say their thoughts will be filled with gratitude. They will thank God for that coincidence that they now know was no coincidence at all. They will thank Him for aligning the timing, for preparing their heart, and for making the meeting feel so natural. In the days that follow, their prayers will shift. They will start to intercede for you. Even without knowing all the details of your life, they will pray for your health, your protection, your peace. They will ask God to keep you safe until the next time they see you, and yes, they will hope for that next meeting soon. They will look for opportunities without forcing them. They will keep their heart open to God's leading because they will not want to lose what they just found. Beloved, they will also battle the temptation to overthink. They will wonder if you felt the same pull. They will question if they imagined the connection. But each time doubt tries to speak, God will quiet it with his peace. The angels say that their loved ones will notice the shift. A friend might comment, "You seem different." A family member might ask, "Why are you smiling so much lately?" They might try to hide the reason at first, but eventually your name will slip out. And when it does, it will be with joy, with admiration, with a reverence for the way God orchestrated it all. They will describe you not just by your appearance, but by the way you made them feel. They will say, "There's something about them. I can't explain it, but I know it's from God." Beloved, heaven says this is the beginning of pursuit, not the chasing of the world, but the pursuit of covenant. They will want to know you more deeply, your heart, your dreams, your calling, because they will already see you as someone worth building with. Type, "It's my time," in the comments to claim this divine pursuit. Tap like as your public agreement with heaven's plan, and give a super thanks as a seed for the unfolding of this love. This is the season where prayers meet reality, where strangers become destiny partners, where what God whispered in your spirit becomes visible before your eyes. Beloved, the angels are saying, "Get ready, because your name is about to be spoken with honor, with joy, and with the kind of love that does not fade." Beloved, the angels say heaven has already written the next chapter. It is not a vague hope. It is a scheduled moment in the divine calendar, and nothing, no delay, no distraction, can remove it. Your steps are already being aligned. Even when you feel like your days are ordinary, God is weaving extraordinary details into them. A place you don't normally go, a time you don't usually choose, an invitation you might have even considered declining. These will all become part of the setup. The angels say it will feel like a simple day. Nothing about it will scream life-changing at first, but heaven will already be in motion. Angels will go ahead of you to prepare the atmosphere. They will clear obstacles. They will soften hearts. They will make sure you are at the right place, at the right time, in the right frame of mind. You might notice small delays. A moment where you leave a little later than planned. A line you have to wait in longer than usual. A last-minute change that shifts your location. Beloved, those are not inconveniences. They are God's gentle hands repositioning you. On their side, the same orchestration will happen. They might get a call that changes their schedule. They might be drawn to a place they don't often visit. They might feel an unexplainable pull to step outside their routine. And when they follow that nudge, they will walk straight into your path. The angels say when your eyes meet, there will be a pause. Not because time literally stops, but because your spirit will recognize what your mind is still catching up to. You will feel that holy stillness, that quiet voice inside whispering, "Pay attention, this is it." Your conversation may be short, or it may flow effortlessly for hours. Either way, you will leave knowing something just shifted. Even if you don't have all the answers yet, you will know you've just stepped into a moment that heaven has been planning for years. Later, when you are alone, you will replay it in your mind. You will notice how peaceful you felt, how you didn't have to try to impress them, how their presence brought both excitement and rest, and they will go home with the same feeling. They will talk to God about you that very night. They will thank Him for allowing the paths to cross, and they will pray for the chance to see you again. Not someday, but soon. The angels say, this meeting will not end in silence. There will be follow-up, a message, a call, a moment where one of you makes it clear, I want to see you again. Beloved, this is how God moves when it's His timing. No games, no confusion, no mixed signals. Only clarity, peace, and steady pursuit. Type, I receive God's timing in the comments if this word confirms something in your spirit. Tap like to agree with heaven's orchestration, and give a super thanks to sow into the manifestation of this divine meeting. The angels are smiling now, because they know the next time you see them, it won't just be a meeting. It will be the unlocking of your next season. Beloved, the angels say the first conversation will not be ordinary. It will carry the weight of heaven's timing. Every word will feel alive. Every glance will feel intentional. They will begin softly, not with rehearsed lines, not with anything meant to impress, but with sincerity. They might say something like, I've been hoping to run into you again, or it's so good to finally see you in person like this. Their voice will hold warmth, a tone that tells you they mean it. They are present. They are not distracted. The angels say their eyes will speak too. They will scan your face, not in judgment, but in a kind of quiet awe, as if their heart is whispering, this is the one God showed me. You will notice how natural it feels to respond. You won't be overthinking what to say. You won't be scrambling for the right words. Your spirit will simply settle, and conversation will flow like water. They will ask about you, not just surface things, but the deeper parts. What's been bringing you joy lately? What's something you've been praying for? What's important to you in this season of life? Beloved, these are not random questions. They are gathering what matters to your heart. They are listening for God in your answers. And as you speak, you will feel safe revealing pieces of yourself. The angels say you will laugh together, not out of politeness, but because there's genuine connection. Even if the topic is small, the joy will be big. And that joy will become a thread God uses to knit your hearts closer. There will be pauses too, moments where no words are needed. Just eye contact, just the sound of shared silence that somehow feels full, not empty. And in one of those moments, they will say something that makes your heart still for a beat. It might be, I've been praying for someone like you, or you feel like home. Beloved, that is when you will know it's not just attraction, it's not just interest, it's divine recognition, spirit calling to spirit, destiny brushing against the edges of now. The angels say, after that meeting you both will leave differently than you arrived. They will walk away thanking God under their breath. You will walk away with a quiet, almost unshakable peace. Later that night, they will think of you before they fall asleep. Not with restless longing, but with the gratitude of someone who knows God's promise is unfolding. They will smile to themselves, remembering your voice, your expressions, the way you made them feel, and you will sense the Holy Spirit's whisper. This is safe. This is good. This is me. Beloved, this is not the start of endless waiting again. This is the start of forward motion. They will reach out. They will follow up. They will prove with consistency that their intentions are real. Type, "I am ready for divine connection," in the comments to align your spirit with this word. Tap like as your act of faith in heaven's orchestration, and give a super thanks to sow into the blessing that is on its way to you. The angels are saying, you will remember this first conversation for the rest of your life, not because of where you were, but because of what it unlocked. Beloved, the angels say, the moment they walked away from that first conversation, something began stirring in them. It wasn't nervousness, it wasn't confusion, it was a holy urgency. They knew they couldn't keep this to themselves for long. It felt wrong to hide it. It felt too important to lock away. The joy inside them was overflowing. And when joy overflows, it spills into the ears of those closest to you. They didn't wait weeks. They didn't wait months. Before the day ended, someone in their family already knew your name. It might have been in passing at first, a quiet mention, a simple, "I met someone today." But the angels say that simple sentence carried heaven's weight. Their voice softened when they spoke of you. Their eyes lit up. Their body language changed. The one listening could tell. They could hear the difference. They could feel that this wasn't just another story. This was something rare, something precious, something worth leaning in for. So they leaned in. They asked questions. What are they like? How did you meet? What's their spirit like? And your person didn't rush their answers. They described you slowly, choosing every word with care. They spoke of your kindness first, then your strength, then the way your faith shows up in small but undeniable ways. They spoke of the peace they felt around you. They spoke of the way you listened. They spoke of how the atmosphere shifted when you were near. Beloved, the angels say the listener, whether it was a parent, a sibling, or a close friend, felt it too. They didn't have to meet you to sense the purity in this connection. It was in the tone. It was in the details. It was in the gratitude your person had just for meeting you. The conversation didn't end there. Later that week, your name came up again. This time, in a group setting. It might have been over dinner, or in the living room, or while running errands. And again their voice gave you away. They spoke of you as if they had known you far longer than they had. They spoke with confidence, but also with reverence, because they know this is something God is doing, and they do not take it lightly. Some family members smiled knowingly. They could see what was happening. Others asked more questions, wanting to understand who had captured their hearts so deeply, so quickly. The angels say, even those who might be cautious are already intrigued. Your name has entered their circle. Your presence is being prayed over. Yes, even by those you have not yet met. Some are praying, Lord, if this is from you, let it flourish. Others are praying, Father, bless them both with clarity. Either way, your name is on the lips of people who matter to them. Beloved, this is God's way of planting seeds. Your introduction into their family's awareness is not random. It is the beginning of favor. It is the beginning of acceptance. It is the beginning of God weaving your life into theirs. The angels say, you may not hear these conversations firsthand. You may not see their smiles when your name comes up. But in the spirit, you are being welcomed. You are being recognized. You are being prepared for the day you step into their world fully. Type, I am ready to be welcomed in the comments if you receive this. Tap like as your agreement with heaven's timing. And give a super thanks to sow into the blessing being prepared for you. Because, beloved, the angels are whispering. Soon your name will not only be spoken, it will be celebrated. Beloved, the angels say that the day is already written in heaven's calendar, the day your steps will cross the threshold of their world. The day your name will no longer be just a sound they've heard, but a living presence they will see, hear, and embrace. You may not know it yet, but God has been softening hearts in advance. He has been preparing the atmosphere long before your arrival. Conversations about you have not just been casual words. They have been seeds. And those seeds have been watered with curiosity, prayer, and quiet expectation.